Hello YouTube and welcome to Kapow Toys Presents. I am your host King Grimlock, and on a regular basis we will be bringing to you video reviews of up and coming and new release Transformers figures. What we have tonight is Revenge of the Fallen, Hunt for Decepticons, Battleblade Bumblebee. Now, what most of you thought, probably what I thought to be honest when you first heard this was going to be released, oh no, not another Bumblebee. But the great thing about this one is actually an almost exclusive original mould. There is so much detail added to this and so much new added to this that it's almost a new toy. It's fantastic, and I don't own many of the movie toys. I don't like the aesthetic of them, to be honest, but I actually really like this toy. Its vehicle mode, as you can see, is the Kapow concept from Revenge of the Fallen. It does what all good toys should do. That are cars. It rolls. Everything's plastic. Wheels are plastic. You know, there's no rubber on the tyres, unfortunately, which would have been a nice touch. And aesthetically, it's very good. It's a very decent car mode. Everything's right about it. Everything's there. You can make out some robot kibble within the windows, but overall, very nice. And on the underside, well, you don't look at your underside, do you? But the big downside is you've got what do become his feet hanging off the back from the underside of the car. Could there have been anything done to them? Well, there is a bit of space up in the boot where he could have slotted, maybe twisted those parts up and slotted them away. But what actually happens with the feet is there is a part of an automorph technology within them, so that would have been ruined if they'd have probably had to snap them away. Overall, the aesthetic of the actual car mode is very nice. Everything's right about it. We don't have any of the painted windows that you get with some car modes. They are all clear blue plastic, uniform yellow colour, except for one small area on the front where it's been painted. It's yellow plastic. That's yellow paint rather than yellow plastic for the rest of it, which is a disappointment, of course. I think there might be one around the back as well. But overall, you know, everything's been cast in the same colour. Downside, there are a few. None of the details been picked out. You know, you've got Camaro scripted on the side, door handles, wing mirrors, number plate, exhausts, the Chevy badge on the back. It's been picked out in the front, as of the headlights, but again there's loads of grills and loads of little details that would have been very nice if they'd been picked out. It really added to the toy. But when you actually realise what you get for a deluxe price with this figure, you do actually get a lot, but not much of it is delivered in this mode. Let's take a look at his robot. Here we have Battleblade Bumblebee in his robot mode. And the first thing that strikes you is how different it is from most of the other robot modes of the Bumblebee figures so far. This guy really does come across as being quite movie accurate. There is so much to him that is movie accurate. It's, you know, the chest area for a start, they've actually given it a separate transformation. It's not just parts that sort of snap in and out like the Human Alliance one. It actually has separate joints, so you can actually put that transformation in. It isn't reliant on it staying in place. The head sculpt is fantastic. It is absolutely 100% movie B. And I think this figure, this version of him, is now the quintessential Bumblebee. Is now the quintessential movie Bumblebee. If you wanted a movie Bumblebee, this one is it. I don't like the movieverse in terms of the toys for the most part, and I actually really like this guy. I really like how he looks. I like the aesthetic of it. I like the amount of detail they've put in all down the arms, on the inside of the wheels, all down the legs. There is massive amounts of sculpted detail that hasn't been picked out. Again, the same downside as I highlighted in the vehicle mode would have been lovely. I would love to see this picked up by a pro customizer and really run with and just let them have their fun. On the actual terms of the toy itself, what it can do, the articulation is as you would expect. So superb, head's on a ball joint, shoulders are on ball joints, elbows have got twists in them, and one at the upper arm as well. You know, you've got pretty much everything covered. The hand is articulate at the wrist. There's no twist, unfortunately, but you have got a separate articulated thumb. On the legs, you've got ball jointed hips, you've got a twist in the upper thigh, you've got knee joint, which is all part of an automorph technology down here. Mechalized, you can see the gears whirring away in there, and that does hinder some of the articulation in the legs, but for the most part you get a lot of good poses, which are supported by his heels. He's got these sort of twin-toed heels, which really means you can get him into quite some fantastic unaided poses, which he's not going to do now. Well, there you go. As for his gimmicks, other than the Mecha Live gimmick, which is obviously the one that has been running throughout it, it's Battleblade Bumblebee, and this is your Battleblade. This is your Battleblade. Go on, there we are. That's it. I was suitably unimpressed, and actually these gimmicks are the ones that, these are the downsides of the figures. There's only one of the 3 main gimmicks that it's got that is actually really nice, and it's a bit of a shame because the rest of the mould really, really does so many good things. So the Battleblade's a little disappointing. You then have his blaster, as you remember from the film. And there's his arm blaster. Again, it's not fantastic due to the way it transforms in. You lose the articulation if you keep it that way up, which, you know, is the better looking way, because if you have it that way up, it just looks a bit messy. It's a shame. I don't know, maybe if they painted it black, maybe if they'd have put certain other parts to it, maybe if they, I don't know. It isn't the best. That isn't the best part of it. This, however, is stunning. Bumblebee gets his battle mask in deluxe mode. Utterly brilliant. I absolutely adore his little battle mask, the way it transforms in and out. It's such a simple thing to do, but it works really, really well. Another thing that works well, these panels where the wheels are, rather than tucking up on the inside of the car, like most car formers do, they actually push out and give stability to the wings. You know, that is a solid piece now. You're not going to have a problem posing him and having to worry about the wings moving in and out. They are solid in place. And even the kibble, what's left over of the robot kibble, tucks away really nicely, really compactly in the back, has a little slot it plugs into, and you actually get from the back what is very reminiscent of the Human Alliance figure, but is overall a very tidy piece. There is very little robot vehicle kibble, and to be honest, what there is actually adds to the aesthetic of the robot. Overall, I am amazingly impressed by this guy. As I say, I'm not a movie fan. I will repeat it again and again. I'm not a fan of the movie toys. But this version of Bumblebee is very nice indeed. I'm glad I've had the opportunity to get my hands on him, because I would have just turned him down and given him the normal look of, oh, look, there's a movie Bumblebee, let's avoid it, there's another one. But you know what? I'm really, really feel privileged to have got hold of this guy, because if I wanted a movie Bumblebee, this is the one I'd get. All of the others now are useless in comparison to him. He has everything you need. He's movie accurate, he has some fairly useless gimmicks, but he has one really good one, and he's just perfectly formed in for a deluxe size piece. So there we go, guys. Battleblade Bumblebee from the Hunt for Decepticons subline of Revenge of the Fallen. Available to buy now, or pre-order now, from Kapow Toys. Be up there, the link. And it'll also be in the bar down below. I hope you join me again next time for Kapow Toys Presents.